So let's go. Perfect. So hello everyone. Welcome to our third webinar of the season. I will share the, okay. So I see now they see the slide. Yes. Only. Okay, perfect. So after meeting some of you last December about Italy, to talk about Italy, I'm here at the beginning of January to speak about Greece and introduce you this other must visit European country. Let me try just to have a look to the, I don't, okay. It's okay, you see the other one, the yes. Slide? Perfect. So it is the third one. Today we will speak about Greece. Today I'm with my colleague, so Emmanuel will monitoring your question in the chat. And there is also my colleague Sofia with me, with Greek, and she is originally from Athens, and she will speak about his city in a few minutes. The goal of the presentation is to remind you the essential information about Greece, how to get there, what to recommend or avoid for your client, how to guide them in their choices, and also to help you find the necessary tools on our platform to create the best travel quotes. So feel free during this session to ask your question, and we make sure to answer them before the end of the masterclass. Greece is a dreamscape of myths, legends, and adventure. It's a land of a rich history, ancient myths, and breathtaking landscape. It's the land of the blue and the white, the cradle of Western civilization, philosophy, art, architecture, and of course the Mediterranean food, having shaped its identity through the centuries. Greece provides the perfect setting for unforgettable memories and the chance to live a working dream. Just a quick presentation of the country. The country is located in the southeastern Europe at the crossroads of the Mediterranean, the Aegean, and the Ionian Seas. It features a rugged coastline with over 2,000 islands, many of which are famous for this natural beauty and crystal clear water. The mainland of Greece is dotted with mountains, regions, and fertile plains, and also charming traditional villages. And while the island offers a unique mix of ancient ruins, whitewashed buildings, and unspoiled nature. Throughout its history, Greece has been influenced by various civilizations, including the Roman, the Byzantine, and Ottoman peoples. After gaining independence in the 19th century, Greece became a modern European nation, member of the European Union since 1981, and member of the Schengen area since 2000. Today, Greece has also 18 UNESCO World Heritage sites that include both cultural and natural sites. Regarding the time zone, you should know that there is at UTC +2, so 2 hours ahead of the UK and 6 to 10 hours ahead of the US, depending on the west or the east or the west side. About the climate, Greece has a Mediterranean climate. That means hot, dry summer and wet winter. On summer, temperature could be really important until 40 Celsius or 100 Fahrenheit. But the Aegean and Ionian seas offer refreshing cooling breezes. And during winter, the temperature is between 10 or 50 degrees Celsius, so 50 Fahrenheit to 60. And the best season to see Greece, to visit Greece, is better so in spring and also autumn. Regarding the flight connection, Greece is well connected by air with many European international airports. In cities like Athens, so it's the middle, in the center, Thessaloniki on the north, and also Heraklion in Crete in the south. There is also a direct flight to Athens from America and Canada, with cities like New York. Also in seasonal, there is direct flight from Boston, Chicago, and Miami, and also Toronto. And from United Kingdom, from spring to autumn, there is also many flights from United Kingdom to the islands, so direct flight to Mykonos, to Santorini, to Rhodes, and also Crete, making it easy for travelers to access both the mainland and island, or have just trip in the island during summer. Keep in mind, however, that while mainland Greece and the capital can be visited year-round, the islands are typically seasonal destination. That means from Easter to All Saints' Day, so from April to October. Before and after the peak season, it is possible to access to the island because they are inhabited, but most of the hotels, the activities, the restaurant, and also the ferries are closed. About the visa, so I already said that Greece is part of the Schengen area, so the visa is not required. You just need to have passports with 3 months of validity beyond your planned departure. Few travel tips. So language in Greece, of course, is the Greek, but they understand and speak English. English is commonly spoken, particularly in tourist zones, in restaurants and hotels, so there is no problem with that. Greeks are generally warm and friendly. They like if you can just have few words in Greek, like Kalimera and Kalispera. The local currency is the euro. Credit cards are accepted everywhere, especially in tourist areas. However, some smaller shops and taverna may prefer cash. We are in the south of Europe, and it's the same in some island or rural areas. It's better to have cash. The cost of living, Greece is relatively affordable compared to other European destinations, but this varies depending on the area. It is not the same, for example, in the most popular island like Santorini or Mykonos. The water, the tap water is safe, but if you're not good with that, ask the question when you are in the island. Tipping is not mandatory, but appreciate. And it is also important to respect the local customs, especially when visiting religious spaces. In Greece, there are some monasteries, especially on Mount Athos, who restrict access to women. And it is also important, for example, when you visit monastery or churches, to both men and women have to cover their shoulder and, for example, not wearing shorts. Another guideline is how to get around in Greece. There is many transportation available in Greece. For example, in Athens, you will find buses, tram, and metro. There is in the mainland, you can travel by train if you want to go to the north or to the south from Athens. Car rental will be better for a road trip because it's you will see there is some cities without access restraint. And just have in mind that roads in most tourist areas are in good condition, but the mindful of the local driving is very special. So just have that in mind. There is also possible to rent bike or scooter in some island. And it's not necessary to have a car when you plan to go from the mainland to the island because it's expensive. But just have in mind that it is possible if the client, for example, has their own car. It's not the problem with American people, but just have to know it's better to book a car for the mainland and after take a ferry. And if you need on the island to book a car, it is also possible, but just on the island. Now I would like to focus about how to get around in the island because it's important parts of the travel. Ferries in Greece offer a well-connected network with a company like Blue Star Ferries, Hellenic Seaways, and SeaJets, including traditional ferries, as you can see on the picture in the left. So it's big, no, on the right, sorry. It's the big ferry with the car inside. And there is also the high-speed one, so on the left, the hydrofoils for passenger-only travel. On the map, you have an idea of all the different hopping. From Athens, there is two ports. There is Piraeus and Rafina. And you can go from Piraeus to Crete and also to Rhodes during one night, during one day. It depends. The only thing the most important thing to know is keep in mind that weather can impact ferries travel, especially during summer. That could be strange, but it's true, because during summer there is the Meltemi with a very special wind in the Cyclades. It's a strong, dry northerly wind. He can cause delays or cancellations on some routes. It's better to use larger ferry, for example, during this period because they are more resilient for this to these winds, and it could be a good choice too if you have clients who don't like to be on the boat because sometimes the travel is difficult. So be careful just about this information. Be prepared for delays or cancellations sometimes. That's why it's always better to book on 2 nights on an island and to not book on the same day a flight and a ferry for this reason. I think now it's could be interesting to show you on the platform. So a few words about our platform in Worldia, about organizing travel in Greece. You can use it to design any itinerary or city trip of your choice, combining, if necessary, a stop in the mainland with one or several islands. Our catalog has a lot of possibilities. There is 25 arrays, there is 43 itineraries, 320 activities, and more that 100 hotels, 1,000 hotels, sorry. let me show you just an example how to book the ferry on a trip. So I hope it will be easy to do that. Sorry. So up, I will show another screen. It's okay, perfect. So on the platform, you will find in destination Greece, and click on Greece if it works. Okay. Then I will show you an offer when you create your own trip. So just on this example, 1st of June for 2 people, we'll make just a trip from Athens, for example, 2 nights, and a trip in a little island named Milos, 2 nights, just to show you. So the platform will create the best offer on your dates. Then you have the best offer. I show you how to see the price. And then you have the first step with Athens and the second step in the island. But there is not ferry. So if you want to add a ferry, you will click in transportation. There is from the first hotel to the second hotel, but it's not include the taxi transfer. Just only he just will find the ferry. So for this example, you will have 2 different boat travel. The first one is Mineral Lines because it's the biggest one. So the ferry with the car, and it's during the night. That's why the offer is from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. It's not important, it's just to show you the difference. So for the ferry, the big ferry, you will have, for example, deck or seats, or sometimes also the bus in or out. And if you prefer to book the high-speed one, it will be always CJet, and then you will find 3 options. So silver, club, and platinum, it's always the same. Silver is like an economic seat, so just be certain to have a seat on the boat. If you prefer to be near to the exit or near to the lounge, it will be the club option. And platinum is like the business option, so there is amenities and more comfortable seat. Just to show you another possibility, if we change the island, so Milos was a little one. If I choose the most famous, so Santorini, for the second step. Okay, so you will have the best offer for this example. Okay. Then it's the same. You will click to transport, and you will see more different options from Athens to Santorini, as you can see, with Blue Star ferries and CJet. As you can see, the travel time is different because Blue Star is a traditional ferry and CJet is a high-speed one. CJet, you will see always the same offers, silver, club, and platinum. Ask your client. And then if you prefer to book the big one, so for travel sometimes by night, you will have many options. The most important is just if your client just wants a seat, it will be economy. If you prefer to have air seats, so a seat like in a flight, an airplane, it's that option. There is also the business seat. And if you prefer to book for them a berth, there is many options. So berths with inside and berths with windows, or the business class, the first class. So that's it for the example of the ferry. There is a question about
Question,
that.
yes, if you can show how we can choose another hotel.
Of course, yes. So yes, when you make a quote, you will have the best price, the best accommodation, but not about the situation or the stars. You will find it on the platform when clicking to choose your hotel or select another hotel, and there you will have the possibility to select 3 star, 4 stars, 5 star, depending on the request of your client. It is possible also to check what kind of amenities they prefer, for example, a pool or a fitness place or something like that, and also prices if you wish. And then you will have, if you click on the hotel you would like to book, you will have some information about the situation of the hotel. You will have the map. No, you don't see the map. And also all the services offered by the hotel, if there is a room with or without breakfast, and all the option available for the cruise. Okay, so I will come back to the slide. Okay, then up, up. Okay. Then you see the last slide. Now you have all the tools and all the information to organize travel for your clients, and we would like to speak about the Greek mainland and also the island, just to show you why going to this part of the country and what we call a book for your client, what kind of activity, etc. So we'll not have time to speak about all the country, but let's speak about first about Athens, because as you know, there is my colleague Sophia, who come from Athens, and she will be able more than me to speak about this beautiful city. So let's go, if you want, Sophia, to
Hi.
share.
Yeah, hi everybody from my side too. I'm Sophia. I'm an operations advisor in Worldia, and I'm from Athens, so I will continue the presentation for the city. Um, so Athens is home to iconic landmarks, as you may know, that tell stories of millennia, with the majestic Acropolis and the Parthenon as its crowning jewels. You can see Parthenon behind me. Somebody can wander through the ancient market and the temple of Zeus, also where philosophers like Socrates or once walked. Except the Parthenon and the Acropolis, it's also the Acropolis Museum and the National Archaeological Museum. which are two of the city's highlights and are house incredible artifacts from Greece's rich heritage. The animal most commonly associated with Athens is the owl, that you can also see the small coin here. That's the ancient coin, Greek coin. Um, and it's a little owl, and the owl symbolizes wisdom, knowledge, and protection. And you can find exactly the same, fun fact, you can find exactly the same in the €1 coin nowadays on the backside. Um, so, main starting point and arrival point for many tours in Greece, of course, as it's the capital city, and it has two ports and the one international airport, like Clemence said before. Some people also call Athens the new Berlin, as it's a proud capital of its past, but also it's really modern city, and it's living in the present. It has vibrant culture and nightlife, and of course, breathtaking views and world-class museums. So it's like a great combination of generally the past and the present. Then I will continue to the next slide about the neighborhoods in Athens. Here in the map, you can see mainly the city center of Athens. And then underneath, you can see the Piraeus port, and more on the south, the Athenian Riviera. So, Athens is generally like a city of diverse neighborhoods. It's offering a unique experience. Exactly under the Acropolis is Plaka, the oldest neighborhood, known for its charming streets, neoclassical houses, and traditional tavernas. It's like the old neighborhood of Athens. And next to it, it's the Monastiraki, which offers flea market, street food, and shopping, a lot of shopping, sandals, and all the touristic shops with Greek local products. Next to it, on the east side, it's Kolonaki. It's a chic area filled with upscale boutiques and cafes. And then for more artistic and alternative vibes, there are the two neighborhoods on more north, the Psyri and the Exarchia, which are full of street arts, murals, culture, and nightlife. And myself, I am from the Athenian Riviera, where you can see on the bottom right. It's a beautiful stretch of coastal suburbs south of the city, and it's a fantastic option for those who want to stay close to Athens but prefer a quieter setting with stunning sea views. The Athenian Riviera offers luxury hotels, sandy beaches, and seaside dining, providing the perfect blend of relaxation and proximity to the city's historical wonders. So exactly here, so you can see that Athens actually offers a lot of different sides, and a lot of people think that Athens actually don't have beaches and don't have a seaside, but yeah, it's not true. um, and even if somebody stays in the city center, can reach the beachside really easily. It's like about maybe 30 minutes with a tram from the city center. It's not so far away. Then I can also give you a small um, overview of the activity suggestions we are offering in the city. Um, Our clients can discover Athens through a variety of immersive activities designed to captivate travelers with the city's rich heritage and vibrant modern life. We suggest the chance to explore the Acropolis, of course, as it's the highlight, with options for both guided tours, but also self-guided experiences. So only the entrance tickets, for example. There are also tours that focus on fascinating historical and mythological insights for those who would like a deeper dive into the past. And then, for a connection with the city's dynamic culture, we suggest urban tours, include unique street art explorations, highlighting contemporary murals and the stories behind them. Also, for those who are food enthusiasts, can enjoy diverse culinary tours, sampling authentic local flavors and learning about Greece's gastronomic traditions. These carefully crafted experiences provide a perfect blend of history, mythology, and modern charm, tailored to delight every kind of traveler. And of course, for any activities that they are not in the platform, but you want something more tailor-made, we can also insert something like that too. So I give the mic back to Clemence. If there is no questions from for me and for Athens, more specific.
Thank you, Sophia. I will just say a few words about the Acropolis because from last year, it is always better to book Acropolis tickets in advance because access has been restricted. The number of visitors allowed at a given time is limited. So if it's very important for your client to book that, it's always better to include it on the quote and not ask them to book it on seat because it will not be possible.
And
Um,
also, it's also really important to book tickets depending on the period. For example, summertime, it's always better to go really early in the morning, and you need also to count like maybe half day for it because it's a quite of a climb up there, and it takes some time to enjoy it.
yes, and during summer, it's always better on the early morning or late afternoon due to the weather. Mm-mm. A few there about a few words, sorry, about our hotels accommodation in Athens. You will find many possibilities in the city center, as I already said, from 3 stars to 5 stars. You will have hotels with, for example, also rooftop and swimming pool if necessary, if requested by your client. It's always better in summer. You will find it on the platform with the selection with the little logo of Worldia. Um, and about other activity, it is also possible from Athens to book day trips. It's always better to think about another step with 2 nights outside. But if you don't have time for that for your clients, you can book day trips from Athens. It will be just a half day or a full day. For example, a full day to Meteora in the north of Greece. It is possible to have half day to the Corinth Canal or to the archaeological site of Delphi or Cape Sunion. And it is also possible to find a cruise and a day tour to Saronic Islands from Athens with stop in the 3 islands or just one island like Hydra. Hydra is interesting because it's the last island without any cars. So it could be very interesting to plan a tour in Hydra. And then there is also the Peloponnese when you have time to book a complete itinerary to your client on the mainland and you don't have more than 1 week. Just think about Peloponnese, the south of the mainland. It is a peninsula rich in history too, with beautiful landscape too. It's home to the famous ancient city like Olympia, the birthplace of the Olympic Games. It's also a region with a beautiful beach, towering mountains. It's the best place for walk and hiking. It's a unique blend of preserved nature and historical ruins, making it an ideal destination for both adventure seekers and history enthusiasts, and also both for couples and family. So if you have time on a trip to plan a few days in Peloponnese, do not hesitate. It's possible to organize a real road trip on this part, but I will just speak about few cities. So there is more than 7 cities where you can plan a stop. But for example, Patras is interesting because there's the train. And Olympia, it's interesting because there is the countryside, there is the nature, there is also the Olympic archaeological site. There is also Naflion and Kalamata for the sea. And you will find also resorts like the Greek Hotel Philoxenia. If, for example, your client needs after Athens or after the island, just book a resort hotel on the waterfront. Regarding the activities, I already speak about Olympia. There is also the Theatre of Epidaurus, a beautiful Greek theater of the mythology. It is also possible to book more cultural and local activities like the olive tree road, the wine tasting, some activity like that. And also all the maritime activity like kayaking, boat tour, etc. This is Peloponnese, this is the mainland. And of course, we must speak about the island. First, the Cyclades, of course, because they are the most famous islands in Greece. When we think about Cyclades, the names of Santorini and Mykonos always come to mind as they are the most popular. They will always be in request by client discovering Greece, and that's normal. However, it's really important to set expectation. In the summer, there are crowds. There is many peoples in that two island, but you can find some artisan place outside the most famous village. So it is possible to plan travel, but there will be people. In a multi-destination trip, do not hesitate to suggest other lesser-known islands, which are often more authentic and preserved. With the same identity with the blue and the white. So the Cyclades are 33 islands where it is possible to go thanks to the ferries. And I will quickly speak about few islands because we don't have time. So Cyprus, for example, it's a charming island with beautiful neoclassical architecture. You will find a house with color, not only a white house on this island. There is also Sifnos, which could be a good idea. Sifnos is the best place for beautiful hiking trails. There is also Amorgos on the south, a hidden gems with its dramatic cliff and beautiful monastery, as you can see on the picture. Think also about Naxos, the biggest one, for beautiful beaches, white village, and also ancient ruins. And of course, Mykonos. So Mykonos is on the north, famous for his 5 stars hotels and also the nightlife. And then Santorini, the volcanic one, with also the dramatic cliff and all the white village on the top. About the hotel in the Cyclades, for example, in Santorini, you will find many hotel in selection in our platform from 3 stars in a little village where you will find a swimming pool, even if the hotel in situated in a village. There is also hotels outside, so just near to the cliff, and also hotels very adult only, or just for having 1 week in the hotel and don't want to go outside. And for the rest of the islands, it will be the same. You will find hotels from 3 stars with swimming pools. I think there is many, I think few hotels without swimming pool, because summer you need to refresh. So you will find pool everywhere. There is also hotels like resorts and hotel with restaurants. So have a look to all that selection. There's a beautiful selection of hotels in the different islands. Here's an example at Mykonos, at Sifnos, and at Paros. About the activity suggestions, it's the same. There is many possibilities from the bike tour to the guided tour at archaeological site of Delos, for example. There is possibility for wine tasting, for cooking class. These are examples for Santorini, Mykonos, and Naxos, but you will find cruises the same in all the different islands. So just have a look and check that what your client would like to add in their trip. There is also plenty of sea-related activities, same for all the different islands, from the traditional boat tour, the catamaran tour. There's also rowing, sailing, kayaking, fishing. There is a lot of possibilities, and all that activities are seasonal, so most of them are bookable from June to September. Then I would like to show you another part of Greece, because we must need, I think, 1 hour more just to speak about Crete, for example. But the Ionian Islands are interested too, because they are a little bit different from the other one. The Ionian Islands are on the west side of Greece. It's a group of stunning islands. And they are known for their crystal clear waters and beautiful landscapes. They are even for nature lover. You will find vegetation on this part of Greece. The island bears strong Venetian influences reflected in their architecture and local culture. The most popular island is Corfu. There is also Kefalonia, Zakynthos. There is a beautiful and charming village and also museum. So think about that too, because it could be a good alternative to the other island. So in Corfu, for example, the Empress Sisi fell in love with the island. So you will find the the castle where she lived few times. There is also beautiful beach in Zakynthos. The famous Navajo beach. There is also Blue Cave, and there is a beautiful village in Kefalonia. Regarding the hotel selection for this part of the island, it is hotels with more quiet, with nature. So in Corfu, Zakynthos, you will find 4 stars. 5 stars is always better if you be sure to have comfortable hotel in this part of Greece. It's better to book from 4 star to 5 stars. And regarding activities in this parts of Greece, so there will be, of course, a guided tour in Corfu to see uh, the house of Empress Sisi, also the old town of Corfu, the Venetian part of the island. From Corfu, it will be possible to go to on a day tour to Zakynthos, Kefalonia, and Paxos to see the beach and to have boat tour, and to plan, for example, a walking tour of Kefalonia. And regarding activities on our platform for this part, there is also possibility to book Vespa scooter to visit all the island of Corfu. So there is many possibility to find the best travel for your clients. I don't know if Sophia, you want to say something about the other islands of Greece. We have maybe 5 minutes.
So the Cyclades, that they are the most famous ones, are really dry. They are more
Mhm.
volcanic. So if somebody wants to visit something else, of course, like Clemence said, it's the Ionian Islands because it's full. They're full with nature, and then there are other complexes, island complexes, like the North Aegean and the Dodecanese, and every complex is offering different kind of views to the to the clients. So if they want something different, it's worth to check a bit the other islands. Crete is the biggest one, the most south island, and it still has a lot of archaeological sites, like you can see the picture on the bottom right side. And then the other islands, you can see that the white houses are actually in all of the islands, but they also include different kind of architecture, landscaping. Um, so it's not all of them like Santorini, so to say. There are 300 islands, and they are looking different, and they are offering different stuff. They are not all looking exactly the same. Also, if you are searching for something more specific, like activities, or example, your clients are want to surf, for example, or they want to dive, you can always send us an email, and we can propose you which kind of islands are the best ones for this kind of activities.
Yes, thank you. And there's also this parade on the north, like Siatos, Kopelos, and there was not really famous before the Mamma Mia film, and now I know that many people would like to see this beautiful island with the little church. So it is possible to plan it too from Athens or from Thessaloniki, I think you have to come first on the mainland for 1 or 2 nights, and then book a ferry to the Sporade. And then you will find on our platform activities about the Mamma Mia tour if your clients like to plan this kind of
To
trip.
experience it.
And then if you want, we could just try another example on the platform with one of our itineraries. I don't know if there is other question. No? Okay. So I will share the platform. So I show you on the platform first how to create just a trip in 2 steps by clicking on this button, but there is also our itineraries. If, for example, you have a request properly for the Cyclades, you can click on the array, the Cyclade, and you will find itineraries on these parts of the country. So, for example, the unmissable Cyclade with Mykonos, Paros, Santorini, it's a classic one. You will click on the itinerary, and then it will be the same. You will customize and book the trip for your client, for example, in 1st June, 2 people, and then with, for example, a flight from New York, and the platform will find it. So we need few minutes. Okay. So then you will have the total per person. If you want to have to show price per component, it is possible. Then you will have the flight with one stop because, as I already said, there is no direct flight to the island, but it's always possible to find with connection. Thanks to this itinerary, you will have the transfer included from the airport to the first step. The first step here, it's Mykonos. Here there is an offer with a 5-star hotel, but if your client asks for example, a 4-star, it is possible to find and change it on the platform. So when it will work. It doesn't work.
A lot of hotels.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry. No, it doesn't work. So, well, I will try
Internet
with.
is slow.
So there is the accommodation and the possibility to change it there, change accommodation. Then, as it is an itinerary already with all, there is activities inside. So there is, for example, cooking class. But if your client wants to change, it is also possible to change the activity. Then you will find excursion, day tour, etc. And it is also possible to select, for example, collective or private tour. If you want absolutely an English speaking guide, or if you want a boat cruise, cooking class, guided tour, etc., it is possible to select it on the platform. And you will, for example, change because you don't want a cooking class, you prefer to have a tour in the city center of Mykonos. Sometimes There will be option morning, afternoon, so you can choose it, and the platform will change the activity on the program. After there is sometimes transfer when it is possible, and sometimes you will have to add it. So if you want to add it, it is here. There is transport. There is also the boat. If, for example, the departure time it's not okay for your client, you can change also on the platform. So with you have all the possibilities there. And I will try with Paros, because Paros is there is less hotel, I think, on Paros to show you. Yes, perfect. So same thing. If you prefer to book a 4-star hotel, you will have all the hotel available on the selection with the price. And then if, for example, you would like to book this one, you will have all the information regarding the hotel and the different option with that breakfast, room only or not. And if your client prefer to have, I don't know, junior suite, it is also possible, or to choose it, for example, there. And you have to confirm, and the platform will change the quote and adapt, of course, the price. Voilà. I think you have see the most important thing about Greece. Do you have any question? Other question maybe? We have 3 minutes.
Maybe we can cover the rest 260 islands in 2 minutes.
Yes, sure. So to resume, it's I think you will not be able to see everything in Greece in maybe 10 days or 2 weeks. I think we need one life to see all the wonder of this beautiful country. Have in mind that it's possible to think about Greece all the year. We know that islands are seasonal destination, but as Sofia showed you the beautiful city of Athens, it is possible to plan just a city trip even in the winter to find more light and sun. And also when you plan, for example, European tour for clients from America, think about 2 or 3 days in Athens before or after Roma, or Paris, or London, as you like. I think it's always a good choice to add Athens in a city trip.
And it's a good choice for winter because the weather is better there. If somebody wants to have some sun in the middle of the winter. Thank you for your feedback, everybody, also.
Thank you very much for your attention. I hope that webinar inspire you. And yes, perfect. And feel free to ask the team, the travel advisor, when you have many other questions. For yes, there is a hand. No, okay. So thank you very much, and have a nice day. Goodbye. Au
Thank
revoir.
you. Bye. Have a nice rest of the week.
Goodbye.
Bye.